Young King, aka the $40 million kid. I've been involved, like, you know, careerly in music for about 4 years since I was like 16. Twitter, you can follow me at Real Young King, REAL, you know, YUNGKING. Email, you know, at realyoungking at Yahoo. It's pretty much all the same thing. The difference, you know, with my age, because I'm 19 now, but on the 15th I'll be 20. When I started, you know, I was 16 and I ran into DJ Prince I, and he had, you know, he had let me perform in his club. And the reaction that I had got from that kind of, you know, it helped me, you know, further pursue this career. So the aspects I see, I feel like I got a lot more going for me right now as far as just a lot of the older music that's out right now. Some of the people that influenced me, you know what I'm saying, like with my music style, I had a lot of local influences like Ready Baby from Dayton, Ohio, T.I. if it went to any major thing, a lot of old school music, like I was in the 90s music growing up. If I was to get my idea status of today's industry compared to the style of music that I make, it's really not similar because a lot of stuff is just being accepted nowadays. Like not being honest in music, and that's not one thing I set out to do. I set out to be honest and just, you know, just give like what's going on. I actually have a voice behind music, and a lot of people out here now don't have voices through music. The advice I could give up and coming artists, honest advice, you know, due to the fact that I still am up. Just watch who you hang with, you know. Watch who you hang with, you know. Stick to the format that you know, and don't really make music for what you think people want to hear. You know, make it for yourself. Like just be G about it. That's how I do. If I had to put in words, actually, that like something that's surrounding my style, I think honest. You know what I'm saying? Like it's different when I came down to Charlotte since I'm from Ohio. Like I got a North style, but I also got a Southern style to it. You know what I'm saying? So it's unique because it's confident, you know, like a lot of people around here, or at least I don't feel like, you know, a lot of people probably don't even like their own styles because they don't know who they are. Like I feel like I already know who I am, you know, so well, my music is confident, that's all you're gonna hear. OTI, that's my mixtape name. That's the next mixtape will come out 11/15. It stands for Open Influence. I mean, it's a lot deeper than what it you know what it appears to be. It came from, you know what I'm saying, like being indulged, I guess, in a lot of negative aspects of life, you know, like drugs and stuff like that, but not being engulfed by it, you know what I'm saying? So I was thinking of that, you know, and it fit what I was trying to do, you know, perfectly. I had a couple other projects, you know, just to get me started off with rapping, period. The first one was called Straight for 17th State, but I mean, that was just really me trying to find myself, and then graduation year was the last one. I was doing it through school. So, but I feel like OTI is pretty much going to be like, you know, the next big thing, because I actually got to sit down and look through it, you know, actually strictly based, you know, songs off that title. And, you know, I'm comfortable with who I am now, you know, as a rapper. Like, that's pretty much what's going on with that. I guess, you know, that pretty much perfectly captures the whole, the base of the whole mixtape. Every song on there is different, you know, like I really don't have a favorite track, I guess I would say. You know, each track I chose not to cuss growing up, you know, throughout my music. Like it's different, you know, when you talk to me, but through my music, you know, I created my own lane with that. So I mean, I got a lot of songs, 15 tracks on there, and you know, each one different. Open Influence kind of is a real platform for my life. I feel like, you know, with being surrounded by a lot of this stuff, you know, weed and stuff like that. But just not letting it, you know, constrict me to be somebody who I'm not. You know what I mean? As far as like feeling like you can't do nothing with your life, you know, just because you involved with that. So that's not the case at all. Well, I got the you know, what's going on with the Open Influence movement. My label actually is Forever the G-E-N-T. I started that like because my mom always told me, you know, to set out to be a boss. Set out to do your own thing, you know. So with that, it's I got a few artists, you know, like I really proud of myself right now, because in order for me to help somebody else, I gotta get it going. Like I cannot tell somebody, I cannot lead somebody if I don't have, you know, a good example to set. So with that going on, it's pretty big in my mind, at least, you know what I'm saying. Like it'll end up that way. My whole overall thought process of the mixtape, actually, you know, it involved me being under the influence, and I was like, I want something that's recognizable to people, like, you know, that can actually connect with people. So when I came up with that, it made sense. Like, you know, you're under it, you're under the influence or whatever, but it's not consuming your life. You know, you still got positive thoughts, you still got progressive mindset. So when I came up with that, it just stuck perfect. It took me actually a year to finish it out to the perfection that I like it. In about a week or so, on November 15th, on my birthday, I'm gonna drop it. Financially, as far as trying to, you know, lease all rights to beats and stuff like that, as far as for my whole movement, like, I had to do that from the ground up. Like, forget what everybody else talking about. I had to get a job, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I started off in school, so it's like, this ain't something I'm doing for a hobby. Like, or it started off that way, but now it's not. So it's not like I ain't got no handouts, nothing, you know. So I went and got a job, did the smart thing, and I, you know, put all my money behind my music, behind the visuals, behind everything you see now. So I mean, in the long run, that'll end up helping out, you know, because it takes money to make money. In 2013, you know, with the hopes with the expectations that I got, you know, for the Over the Influence mixtape to do, it should carry me right over to 2013, and you know, I can start doing what I love to do, you know, which is put in work, you know. As far as any other mixtape I got coming out, I mean, it's so far behind of how big I feel like this mixtape would be, you know, that it's more like a to be continued type thing. Like, that's how I feel it's gonna end up being. What the overall content of my music would probably, which consists of my life, is past, present, and future. You know, like, it consists of everything that I've been through, what I'm going through right now. You know, like, I'm obviously making new music, so it's what I'm going through right now. And it also expresses in what I hope, you know, to obtain in life. I'm not really, you know, rapping about riding around a Lamborghini, and I'm not, you know what I'm saying? But I would, you know, mention that I plan on getting one, you know what I'm saying? So, like, my overall content is just actuality. In 5 years, I think I can honestly say, as far as what music-wise, sitting here, you asking me the question, like, did you ever think you was gonna get here? You know what I'm saying? Like, answering that question as far as making my own bridge, you know, and if not, still working. Like, if you know, still working towards that goal. I don't feel like I'm not gonna end up being like a 30-year-old rapper or nothing like that, but, you know, in 5 years, that's a pretty much good time as far as with the movement I got going. I feel like it can actually go somewhere. As far as ups and downs, keep your head up. Like, it's life, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's going through something, so it's like, what you gonna do? You either gonna keep it going or not, you know? So that's pretty much been my whole mindset. Like, when my little brother died, I feel like I took that initiative, like, this is what I want to do. So, good, bad, you know, ups and downs, I'm gonna go through it all, and I'm gonna go through it, you know, with my head up top.